Some no guarantee me, brother. I'm see your body and in a come now, me young coin, daddy, open a body and in a cutting, me young coin, of a tie, young cassa. One crown, no betting me, you want prepare. Won't quite what I see. I can't tell you. Why cry? Why cry? Why cry? Why cry? I don't tell I didn't mean a coupon. Or he knew nothing. Someone mean a coupon. Or he knew nothing. And to me, the I do my kuma and I sing Cardine. I need see and Cardine at you. Yes, we now me good to me come for. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Also, I need yes, way. Sing me bankra, no betty me, but yes, yeah. I to me bankra, no betty me a chain. I want you know. I do my kume, I do my kume. To me bankra, no betty me, no waffle baby. Any penny nado, any nado. I'm what do man so do, nane, a body any na. Eh, baby, young coupon. So many of your car, baby. Oh, you can't stop some money. I want it now, yeah, in the dark. Ooh, to me, I didn't. I didn't see a sound more poignant in the money. I didn't see a frog or hey, I told you, singing Yami, now, Panaya, we are me, Percopa. Our Radi, a coupon, I need Usanadina. Nane, it's a media, and I sing candy, nane. I'm she ran candy. Oh, Nami Kutu, me come for. Hallelujah. Stevie, hallelujah. my body, abrevia. I have you, Nane, my body, we go.
Yes, sir. Woo! So from CT we say good morning Ghana. Right? Otokoyacho Menyetina wo Jami way Adwini Ni wosu koniku Mafiwo Odobe badabenia Odobe badabenia Misnumo Minisuo yiribia Misnumo Obiba mani mio Obiba mani mio Obiba mani mio Ya no obiba mani mio Asa mani mia Mani mia catching for And on a midday work Yeah people see you Oh Yeah people see you Oh Don't be rich and woe. Am I reveal? Missy, Yammy said, where else are you? Found me to fear, Juju. My feel. Or don't ever Davania. Or don't ever Davania. Inisuimia Isnumo Obiba mani mio Obiba mani mio Obiba mani mio Yana obiba mani mio Inasina And on a meeting Alright Just be funny Everybody see you. Alright, listen. See that sexy girl from Ghana. She too fine. She one of a kind. They call her sexy Nana. Hey, she killing me inside. I can't deny her. Yeah. Cupid to drop the instrumental straight from Ghana. Yeah, see, I've been killing the free show. I've been rocking everybody, but the sexy ladies, Pulana, don't you want for me? See, I've been killing every show. Every day I'm getting money, and I wanna spend it on my baby. And I see my girl slow down. Let me talk to you. I wanna talk to you, baby. I say slow down now. Let me talk to you, my baby. All right, it's the Charming Crew Band. That's it. Live on the CT Breakfast Show. Yes, sir. What do you need? Am I being container? Me and I who want time be over here. Rocky. What do you know? Shall we be the new baby one grow be a Even any my friend compare. Baby, I say I'm a cool. Oh, wait, dear, senior Bessiconina. Yeah. So from the Jarring crew, doing the man could judge. Hey, Obarakli, Obatia. Now I'm fencing your so cry. I got a near but the by on the happy. I'm a man who someone say, it's rockly. Oh, I didn't ever meet it, no. Missy Rockly. Oh, my God, oh, no, there's any beer. It's a mip, yeah, Fabia, say the baby, I will go here. But to meet the wedding, that's a shoe, my honor, say, oh, yeah. Who does that? What I want to be one. It's Rockly. Oh, I didn't ever meet them, no. Me them, no. Send to me dance so would I go on? Oh, as you see me so, as you see me so. Baby, I'm in your day, make us say, oh. When did you ever meet it? No, won't go where to me some more. Won't fear make it go roughly. What? The breakfast show. Adobeni, Adokeni, Sada waiting now. I'm a baby. Adobeni, Adokeni, Sada waiting now. I'm a baby. Yeah. I don't need one make us so. I don't need one me need you. I don't need one me that know. Yeah. I don't need one me shake them. What mama tibia sia. Different if you go see na fool. Mama TV yeah, if you could see Anna, the ABC of love, the 1, 2, 3 of the story, the ABC of love is the 1, 2, 3 of the story. Although you wait. Odo baby, Odo Kenny, so don't wait now. And mama, my man, baby, yeah. Odo baby, Odo Kenny, so don't wait now. And mama, my man, that's the Jarring crew. Oh baby, I don't care, so don't wait now. And mama, my baby. I don't wait, I don't care, so don't wait now. And mama, my baby. Ubunenia maintenacio. Ubunenia wantimasia. Washemi asasi ediasu apro. Washemi buraya tumisia. Ordinary to me so I can sabi I can sabi mama mentia. Mama TV biasia ho. Yeah. Different to be a kosia na fuho. Kachira say. Hello? Sugar. Yeah. That's the man. Oh, for real. I brought no man. Listen me do. Yami and draw. But show we say. Infuni. To my kumebu. It all the pain in. My trolling. Guess you are my nuance. Chosa, me do. Masami signature to us. Masami signature to. Masami signature to us. Masami signature to. All day, send me a bear. All the send me a fibo. Me day, on in the wild. You take a constancy. Would have known do I? Me day. Want to come consistency? I didn't know what hello, hello, me don't want. Hey, I won't go on. Hello, hello, me don't want. Hey, I won't go on. Ever me see, me see. What I be my word? Say you won't go. I saw my day, I'm every day. Yensan kosuasu wo. Yensan kosuasu wo. Before we say, yeah, done sanyo, 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 yeah, done see you. Oh, yeah. So adiachi na usama tutupa yese yadia Uyemo amanyemo osupru bombi tumunya Minsisa wada yudo Ni ontuma mini noa Nintuma ya mintuma Ni yondansu ya mido
There's a saying that goes, two things in life are certain, death and taxes.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about one of them now.
Definitely not death.
Definitely not death. So it's taxes. Now, it's our obligation, it's our civic duty. Yeah. We've got to do our part to contribute to funding this nation's activities and building our country. And we can't do that if we don't pay tax. Now, many of us might grumble about it, but it's a necessity. But yeah, it would be helpful if we get a bit more education on what type of tax we pay and why it's necessary and all of that. So let's welcome Dr. Martin Yamborikia, who is the Assistant Commissioner and Head of Audit at the Large Taxpayers Unit. And he's talking to us about filing of returns, Tax and Good Governance Month. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and good morning to your viewers.
Thank you.
Thank
Welcome
you so
to
much for
Breakfast
joining
Daily.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. The large taxpayers unit, what happens there?
Well, we basically collect taxes, but we collect taxes from large taxpayer office and payers, as the name suggests. Most of the big institutions pay with us. So we can talk about the banks, we can talk about the mining companies, the oil and gas, insurance, and then wholesalers and retailers that have a very high turnover. They pay at
Telcos.
the, yes.
Right.
Okay.
So they come to you, they pay or for the
That's why they
taxes
file
with
and
you.
pay their taxes. And it's just one office in the whole country.
Okay.
That is located at Ring Road, just
Yeah.
close to the busy internet. Yeah, so
Okay.
that's the large taxpayer office.
That's the
It's
only
one office because you can easily identify these big institutions.
Exactly. These are very big, they are very compliant,
Right.
and it's easy dealing with them. So that's why they pay their taxes.
All right.
Very nice. Okay, so let's have a tax conversation then. Now, Tax and Good Governance Month. Is that the month coming up, May, or is that the current ending month, April?
Actually, it is ending tomorrow. What happens is that every year we dedicate 1 month to educate our taxpayers
Right.
on tax and good governance. And the reason why we choose the month of April is that by law, every person who earns income is supposed to file an annual income tax return.
Right.
And for individuals, the law says that not later than the 30th of April. And for companies, it should be not later than 4 months after the end of their basis period. And most companies' basis period is December. So
Right.
given that, so 4 months after will be 30th April.
April.
And that is why we take April every year as a good governance month. Even though immediately after the year, you can file your return at any time. The deadline actually is 30th April. So we try to educate taxpayers on the need to file their returns that period.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, talking about returns,
Yeah.
help us understand really what a tax return is.
Okay, thank you very much. So a tax return is basically a statutory declaration that is made in a prescribed form that require you, the taxpayer, to tell us how much income you've earned for the year and how much tax you have paid if it's an annual income tax return. But we also have monthly income tax returns. For example, in the case of VAT, value added tax, where at the end of the month you are supposed to tell us how much you receive by way of what we call output tax from the services or goods that you sell, and then how much you pay by way of input tax. Then the difference is what you pay to Ghana Revenue Authority. In the case of employers, when they are paying salaries to the employees, they are required to withhold tax at source and pay to Ghana Revenue Authority. So the law requires that not later than 15th of the month, they should also file a tax return telling us how much each employee earned, and then whatever statutory reliefs that are available to that person and the tax paid thereon. So we have different types of returns. Some of them are monthly, some of them are annually, and some of them are ad hoc depending on the type of returns.
Right.
Okay, good. So everybody is supposed to file tax returns, you said?
Yes,
Everyone who earns
everybody who earns income. That is
Okay.
it. They say everybody who earns income is supposed to file a tax return.
Okay, so just educate us a bit on the types of returns we're supposed to file. So am I supposed to file the same thing that a huge bank might file,
Yeah.
or is it something different?
Okay, so thank you very much. So we have the annual income tax return, as I mentioned earlier. And that is actually what we are talking about in terms of the good governance month. Because all the other returns are filed on a monthly basis,
Right.
but the annual income tax returns are filed annually. And for that one, we have personal income tax return. The personal income tax return is filed by people who are doing their own businesses in their own name, not in a registered company.
Okay.
And then employees who are probably only employees or probably employees and doing something, but in their own name, not in the name of a company. So they'll be filing what we call personal income tax return. Then for companies and entities that are registered, they pay what we call corporate, or they'll file what we call corporate income tax return. Now, as part of the annual return, your employer is also supposed to file what we call PAYE annual return. You know, on a monthly basis, the employer deducts whatever tax that is due from your salary and paid to you.
Yeah.
But for income tax purposes, taxes are computed on an annual basis. So at the end of the year, the employer is supposed to consolidate
all the income that you, the employee, have earned right from January to December, and then taxes that have been paid, and then file. So that is an annual listing. But we have other returns which are monthly. So if we talk about value-added tax, the National Health Insurance Levy, GET Fund, Communication and Service Tax Fast, COVID tax, COVID levy. These are all filed on a monthly basis.
Okay, let's try and break this down. So Tufo and I work here at City. Every month we get our salary. You're saying that at the end of the year, Tufo and I are supposed to do what?
Good. So your employer deduct tax from what is paid to you at the end of the month. So the employer files that listen. But you as an individual, as an income earner, you are required to file your personal income tax returns.
Oh, okay.
So at the end of the year, your employer is supposed to give an extract of how much income was paid to you and how much tax was deducted. Then you, the employee, who is an individual, will now be required to personally file your income tax returns with the Ghana Revenue Authority. Now, the reason is this. It is possible that apart from working for City TV, you may be doing other jobs alongside. Galamsey, exactly. So, and you are supposed to pay tax on your global income or your total earning. So, apart from what you earn as a salary, you may be having other earnings. So, the income tax return will require you disclosing these other salaries that you have earned, and then the tax will be computed, and then whatever that your employer have been deducting from you become a payment on a source. Then the difference between the actual tax you should pay for the whole income you earn for the year, and then whatever that you have paid will be what you are supposed to pay to government. On the other hand, if it so happens that in doing that calculation, because when you file your return, it also enables you to claim certain reliefs, like marriage relief, child education relief, and others. If that, as a result of that, it is found out that you have rather paid more than what you paid to government, then you'll be entitled to a refund, which will also give out.
Is there a rate for computing this? Say I am not employed in the formal space, but I want to file my returns. At what rate? Or it will be based on how much income I have made?
Okay, so for individuals, we have graduated income tax rate. The graduated start from 0. So normally, those who earn within the minimum wage are not required to pay tax. So that part of your income is normally not taxable. So as individual or employees, the tax rates are the same. Then after that, you move to 5%. If your income is within a certain range. If the income exceeds that range, the next band will go to 10%, to 15%, to 17.5%, and then to 25%, and then 30%. So depending on how much income that you earn, then you'll be graduated in that level up to the highest level. However, there are also some income that are subject to a fixed rate. For example, if you invest in a company for which you are paid dividends, that is also an income, but that is subject to a tax of 8%, which is normally deducted. If you happen to have a property, a house, that you are renting out to people, you earn income, that is an income, but that is subject to a final tax of 8% if it is residential, and 15% if it is a commercial. But the income tax itself, which is subject to what we call a chargeable income, is done using a graduated rate.
Okay, so how do we file our personal income taxes? Do we have to walk into your office, or is there another way we can do it?
Especially with government's digitalization drive.
The good news is that you can now file your tax returns at the comfort of your home and at any time. We have made it possible for you to do that online. So we have the Ghana Revenue Authority portal that either as an individual or a corporate entity, you can sign up to. So all that you need to do is that you go to the Ghana Revenue Authority portal, and then
which is?
So you just, when you go to our website, or if you just say Ghana Revenue Authority portal, fortunately we have it on Play Store. They also have it, yes. So you can easily listen. I actually have it on my phone, on my tablet, because I play with it.
You do a lot with
every day. So that is so simple. So at this point of signing up, all that you need to do is to provide either your Ghana card as an individual or your TIN. if you don't have the Ghana card yet. And then for entities, they will use their thing. Then you'll be required to create or generate your own password for which you can now log on to the system or log into the system with that password. And once you log in and you are registered with us, the system will display your accounts. So you can even view tax return that you filed in the past.
Okay.
And then if you are going to file, there's a place there. And because we're on the filing month, it will be highlighted, file a return.
Okay.
So when you go, you click on file a return, it will ask you what type of return you want to file. And for an individual, you say personal income tax return.
Right.
If it is a company, corporate income tax return, then the form will be downloaded. There are various fields that will need to be completed. When you complete, it will ask you to confirm the information. If you confirm the information to be accurate, then it is a confirm and submit.
Okay.
Then when you submit, automatically the system will accept it. Now, after accepting it, based on the return that you file, the system will come out with either you are having a liability to pay or you have a refund. If you have a liability to pay, you can proceed to pay. So by proceeding to pay, you generate an invoice. Then you can then walk to any bank and make your payment, or even if you can still do the transfer using any of the payment methods, you can still do that at the comfort of your home.
Which is being rolled out.
What, Sunday?
Yes, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yes.
Charlie, people are like, okay, this thing is really coming.
Yes, and it's really coming.
Okay.
The
Now, just to
GRA
be
is
sure,
ready?
Yeah.
The GRA is ready.
Okay. So Momo to Momo transactions, e-levy will be charged.
Yes, please.
Bank account to bank account, e-levy will be charged.
That's correct.
Momo to bank account or vice versa,
E-levy will be
e-levy
charged.
will be charged.
That's
Is there
correct.
any other transaction? ATM transaction?
No, ATM transactions, no.
Okay, people need to know.
So mostly it is Momo to Momo. Momo to Momo within the same network. Momo to Momo across network.
Okay.
Momo to bank. Bank to Memo. And then bank
to bank.
bank to bank. But the good news is that we have some exemptions. Like if it is Momo to Momo and then you are an individual, the law says that if the transfer does not exceed 100 Ghana cedis a day, you are exempted. So the levy only applies after the 100 Ghana cedis. And the good news is that the Commissioner General had issued a release today that yes, the e-levy is going to start on Sunday, but we are going to start it on a phased basis. You know, initially, because you have different or multiple networks that need to work together, we have a system that should be able to cross-check and know that you are the same person who has a mobile number with Vodafone, with Airtel Tigo, with MTN.
Right.
That is being worked on. But the law is starting on Sunday. So the Commissioner General says that we are going to start on phase. That means that each network will be required to charge individually for now until the system is connected and we're able to identify you by the various networks.
So that if I'm sending from my Vodafone to my MTN, you shouldn't charge
exactly,
me.
because the system should be able to talk to each other and say that no, because of the identity that you use, that you are the same person, you shouldn't charge. So that is going to be that.
That's why the SIM card thing was important to register,
to
with
register
your
the
SIM
SIM card
so that
and
we can
also
link.
have your Ghana card to identify you as the same person.
Right.
Yeah. So we insist on the Ghana card because if you use different identity, the system may be looking
It
at
will
you
not be
as
able to
different people.
integrate.
Okay.
But if you
Able to
use
capture
Ghana
you
ID card, that makes
as
it
one
unique.
person.
That is exactly the decision.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, you've
This is
educated
great.
us.
I mean,
We have to go online before I go and
Please go
file
and
our-
file. And then
Yes.
all others who are listening to us will do well to file. I did mine, and it's
It's
just so
easy.
simple.
And I
Okay.
think that's the beauty of
Yeah,
it, because
it's so
previously
simple.
people would have difficulty going to file because of the cumbersome
Exactly.
nature of filing returns. But now it's so easy. You
It's
can
very
just go
easy.
online,
Yes.
sit in the comfort of your home, and file your returns.
do it
Thank
quickly.
you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
Dr. Yambori Kia,
Thank
who's
you
the
very much.
Assistant Commissioner and Head of Audit at the Large Taxpayers Unit.
Yeah.
That's it. Nice.
Thank you very much.
Grateful,
All right.
grateful.
Semeni nati semini abeya Sewa koto Aka yeni seye pwe I can't anything for I guarantee you, and to a crying, I'm on the casa, so one got to sense when you know. So, when any other back got to send your away. In a guarantee, so never find all that. It's to buy papa, it's in anyone so well born and want it. Oh, I'm back, mammy, I got to the pony. Obey one who obey to the air, what if you know? I'm back on what the ABC, what if you know? Baby, this a brand new what the ABC, what if you know? Ah, super. It's the Jarman Crew. Who will be baby a simua? One sorry for no one at all. Mensa Nina good for one. What do we call the repay? Onumpo, Odani Yamia Seda, these are what Chaza, Nani Sangarini. What will be baby a simu? I'm sorry for no one at all. Inside Nina good for one. What do we call the repay? Onumpo, Odani Yamia Seda, these are what Chaza, Nani Sangarini. That's right. It's the Jarman Crew. Yes, sir. Otaunarapa, Sachi Wakua, Jama Brivio, Ebe, Otaunarapa, Sachi Wakua, Jama Brivio. It's a breakfast show with a Jarman Crew. Super. Be friendly, Yamina. No, we'll be dinner. How you wear Juma? Mrs. Sumi Medjuma. If you are banning them, and I win one bring them you home. Amen, Sasu, Ebe, it got a one around. So. Be friendly, no be dinner. How you wear Juma? Kofi Misumi, ye made Juma. If you are banning them, ain't I win one brim them you. Amen, Tasu, Ebe, he don't tell one around. Hey! Wabino, Wanda Tobia, Adina Wabia, what you over Fankize. Wabino, Wanda Tobia, Adina Wabia, what you over Fankize. Come on.
I will.
Wapino, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be here. What you want, if I get there. Wapino, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to be here. What you want, if I get there. Now listen. And don't come, Mary John. I'm in Pessica. I wanna win you to think. Wapino, if I get there. Tick. Cardi go di di go di di. Cardi go di di go di di. Cardi go di di go di di. Take your time to enjoy your life, yeah. Cardi go di di go di di. Cardi go di di go di di. Cardi go di di go di di. Take your time to enjoy your life, yeah. Show your love.
Summon on them, baby.
Go.
Summon on them, baby. If you talk on the me, you won't go my see ya. Minimum, go more seven. If everyone's 70. If you get busy, you need to know. Number one. Oh, we need to walk to cook. Oh, say, oh, baby, we are a photo. As many more water pet. I'm back to me, son. Yeah, you true me there. I want him back home and knock on the now. Oh, we. Oh, what was up and fine? Now, so don't keep. Busy. If you ain't for friend, I want for the then man, I want friend now for premio. I read you when you found it's the dominant no beer. It's what the wood go when she rainbow. Yeah.
It's the German crew. Oh, I never been so sure.
Yes, you're welcome back. Welcome
Yes.
back. Welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily.
It is. And Jamming Crew has been jamming with us the whole morning.
We're jamming
You know, want to jamming with you.
Yeah, but they've
jamming.
been jamming, Charlie. Too much fire. Too much fire. You guys are amazing.
Yes. All right.
yeah.
Tell us a bit about the band, though. How long have you guys been together?
Okay, the band was formed in 2009.
Oh,
Yeah, but later dissolved after 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was reformed again in 2014.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, so there, after 2014, then we now put in some few things. The old people in the band, though, have graduated to a different level, then to
Right.
the next level.
Okay.
Like the Kelvin Boys,
Okay.
Wow.
yeah, like the best instrumentalist of the year, Nana Safo, that was 2001. So it's like there are so many improvements.
So you've produced some stars.
Exactly.
Yes,
yeah. You're
Great
nurturing talents.
Yes,
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. So
Very
yeah.
nice.
I mean, what kind of events do you play, and then what's the music policy? You cut across?
Yeah, we cut across. We do all kind of events, being it wedding, being it party, being it funeral, being any kind of event that includes live music.
All right.
We aim to fit in all the occasions.
Nice.
Very nice.
So for those watching, I mean, they want to patronize you, they want you to play at their event. How do they get in touch?
Okay, our contact is 020 81 66 834.
Right.
Okay.
020 81 66 834.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good.
Nice.
Jamming Crew.
Jamming Crew. Are you guys on social media?
Yeah. We are on Facebook. It's Jamming Crew. YouTube Jamming Crew. Instagram Jamming Crew GH.
Amazing. Amazing.
Great. People can find you easily.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you for the music you've given us today. And we know we're going to hear from you again before we close off.
Yeah.
But just to remind everyone, Family Consecration, Monday, May the 2nd at Winners Chapel near Circle, the OA bus terminal. We'll see you there. And of course, don't forget to send in your submissions for the Portrait of Mama promotion, 100 words or less. And buy your tickets for the Mama Buffet, Dunch or Lina that we're having at the Zinnia Event Center in Cantonments on May the 8th.
All right. I mean, she's put it perfectly. So, yeah, it's left for you to do the needful follow-up. Let's pray together. And, of course, let's celebrate our mothers together.
Definitely. Thank you for watching us. It's been a great show. Thank you to Four for being here today as well. Good
All
work.
right. So, I guess we'll see you again. But we're leaving you in the able hands of the Jamming Crew.
That's right. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. Hey. Hey. What time here? Na me who? Na me self flexible so. What time here? Na me who? Utri swap paseludu. What time here? Na me who? Where you over swabu? Charlotte tiny throw. What for bed to grab me people? What time here? Na me who? Na me self flexible so. What time here? Na me who? Utri swap paseludu. What time here? Na me who? Where you over swabu? Charlotte tiny throw. What for bed to grab me people? What time you have bro? What time you have Hey, what time you have bro? What time you have Hey, what time you have bro? What time you have Hey, what time you have bro? What time you have Hey, Ohumia was smiling. The chair and summer will be a man. Uhiamwa or Freme. When you had your part of Piame. What to me home at 10 Miss Cross? What you number of crowd or call it? What tell me home some money I will be charged in the South Pole said Diane. What you told? I drink money to a frato. A bomb back shadow second zone. A conon quack a woe, and so there be oh, me whoa. This year, Michina Menaso. It's really hassle and bow. Yeah, fight is a rambo. Should I know? What time you have bro? Joe, what out for Hey, what time you have bro? Joe, what out for Hey, what time you have bro? Joe, what out for Hey, what time you have bro? Joe, what out for Hey, AJ, Obedium. Misurumo. Me live. Hey, Koku. What time you are sorry? But the water is kind of shopping. But the mother back to back, Attica, back to back, a poem a pocket. And Madame, you, and Matata, you, okay, no, you corner, you run a water from you. What time here? Namu, now 70 so. What time here? I was sure left to me, even the other pool. What time here? Namu. If yes, you fear to the people, a town full hole, PPP fans, they all want to see me into. What's your name?